Hello everybody, this is AK. I'm back. Okay, recently I published a blog titled Passive Income Gone, Not Growing Portfolio. Right, so in that blog I explain or I shared or I talked to myself about my latest plan, right? About money, right? And how I would not be growing my investment portfolio, at least not by a lot, in future. Right? This is because of more financial commitments in my life. They are all self-imposed. Right? It's not like someone forced me to do anything. Right? And one of the things that I want to do is to increase the amount of financial support for my parents. And in response, and that blog post attracted many comments from readers, very thoughtful ones too. And some they reflect on their own lives as well. So I like blog posts like this because they are very thought-provoking, right? And I like comments from readers too because they are also very thought-provoking. I'll leave a link in the description below to the blog post in case you want to read it. A reader asked me if it's a good idea to support his parents by doing HDB lease buyback scheme on their HDB flat, and whether he might be missing something. And I told him that there's no one-size-fits-all solution. All of us have our own circumstances to consider, and whatever works for us is a good solution. My parents have no intention of doing a reverse mortgage on our family home. But if your parents do not object to your idea of unlocking value using HDB buyback scheme, why not? And the reader came back with a comment to say, thanks very much for responding so quickly. Appreciate it. There is a little part of whether it might be 不孝 or 自私, and he's worried about that. 不孝 means not being filial, and 自私 means being selfish in Mandarin, for those of us who do not speak the language. And I said, you are a kind person when you think of your parents and how to ensure they have enough financial resources in retirement. I don't think people can say you are not filial or being selfish without knowing your circumstances, right? All of us have different circumstances and would have to do what is within our ability to do, right? So we shouldn't judge people, and he shouldn't be afraid of being judged, right? As long as he's doing the best he can to make sure his parents are comfortable in their golden years. Okay. And then there is a question about investing in banks. All right, this is a hot topic these days, has been for quite a while now, and that's on screen. You see that's point number 2. This reader said, I am a new reader to your blog and I felt what you said made a lot of sense to me. This was in response to a blog post where I shared how we can all make $200,000 in passive income per year if our circumstances allow and we put our minds to it, and that it is simpler than you think. Right? That blog post also attracted many comments. So he said, what you said made a lot of sense. It gave me hope that it is possible for me to retire before 65, as I'm already in my mid-30s. I just started to learn more about proper investing recently and building up my savings, as I lost a lot of money due to poor financial decisions I made in my younger days. I read your post about investing in banks for dividend income. I was wondering whether it would be better for me to build up my war chest first and wait for another crisis to enter the markets, or buy into the banks gradually on a monthly basis to build up the dividend income. Right, this is something that I'm sure many of us have at the back of our minds too, right? So that's why I think sharing my reply to the reader might be useful in my video here. So my reply was, welcome to ASSI. I'm glad that you have found my blog post sensible. I am even happier that you feel inspired and hopeful that you would be able to retire before 65. All right, if you're a regular reader or listener, you know that's what I really aim to do, and that's to inspire people to work towards financial freedom. And when it comes to Mr. Market, he will always have mood swings. Simply buy more when he is depressed and buy less when he is feeling stable. Avoid buying from him when he is having a sugar high, right? So I always have a war chest ready, but I'm always invested for income. I cannot give specific financial advice to individuals, and I do not want to. Right? ASSI is mainly here to inspire, and I gave him a link to one of my blog posts to show what I meant by buying from Mr. Market when he's depressed and not buying from him when he's having a sugar high. The title of that blog post was Huat with UOB. Will I buy more OCBC now to Huat again? Right. So I'll leave a link in the description below to that blog post as well in case you are interested. So remember, if AK can do it, so can you. Bye-bye.